This strange, poetic legacy of Brock. Life does not always account for those unnamed, but I knew from the very moment we picked you up that you would surely be named and deeply remembered. Your purpose was embedded the second you stepped into our lives. Most dogs live a simple story, but Brock was a poet who spoke in long, unsettling silences. He was a beautiful, stubborn contradiction, fiercely hard-headed, wildly strong-willed, and possessed a brilliance that felt almost human. I cannot deny it. He was the smartest soul I have ever known. Brock lived his life like a piece of avant-garde theatre. He absolutely despised routines. The moment life became predictable, he would intentionally shatter the pattern, rewriting our daily schedule just to keep the world awake. He didn't communicate like other dogs. He didn't need to. Instead, he would fix me with an intense, unblinking stare that made me uneasy. It was a heavy, dramatic gaze that demanded attention. It was his way of making me aware that he saw things I couldn't, sensing shifts in the invisible air and warning me through his strange, unlikely rituals. You took your training to heart, Brock, completely focused on your principle to protect and serve. But behind this grand, dramatic personality, a quiet tragedy was written into his very bones. Brock was born with a congenital defect in his spine. It was a cruel flaw that guaranteed his life would be short. It was a constant physical battle for you with what you suffered, but it was more of a challenge in getting through it together. I fought against that countdown with everything I had. I measured your food, I searched for the perfect vitamins, and I poured all my love into sustaining you. Yet, a poet cannot rewrite his ending. Despite everything, his body began to wither, slowly falling into that same inevitable shadow. But Brock refused to play the part of a victim. His illness was never a hindrance to the very core of who he was. Even as his physical frame faded, his dramatic spirit remained entirely unbroken. I can recall the exact moment your blue eyes opened on September 21st, 2021, to the heavy day they finally closed this April. His final act was his most poetic. He refused to let death happen in the dark or inside the house where his illness had confined him. He made a final, wordless request to go outside, and there, on the grass, he simply looked up. He watched the clouds roll across the sky one last time, choosing to leave this world not with a whimper, but with his eyes fixed on the infinite. Now I see the empty space where you last lay. It fills me with a crushing grief, but also with the hope that you might wander into our dreams. I miss your face. I miss your fur. I even miss the sounds you used to make just to annoy me for attention. But above all, I miss your company and that deep, irreplaceable feeling that we were in this together. I shall feel comfort knowing that someone is waiting for me, guiding me with an instinct far beyond what any human can comprehend, and knowing you loved us unconditionally. Don't stray away too far, Brock, for this home will always be yours.